Hey guys, and welcome back to Emerald Coast. Kind of slept in after our late night last night, but we have got work to do here on the farm. Never a day's rest, it seems. Now that it's winter time, we need to take care of some animals. They have all of a sudden decided they need all kinds of help. So we're going to do some animal care today. And if everything works out right, I'm hoping we can also maybe put some compost on the fields. I know that stuff is like black gold, and you know what? We would be far better served in selling that. But right now the compost is at a pretty depressed price. We've got to put some fertilizer on our fields, and well, you know what, with the amount of manure that the cows are making, compost is a pretty cheap fertilizer at this point. But something interesting has happened, and I want to bring you guys up here to our sugarcane field and well, show you what's going on, because I was a little surprised. And well, let's just say that we're going to be doing a sugarcane harvest very, very soon. I was thinking this would probably be spring of year 3, but no, winter of year 1 or year 2. And looky here, our sugarcane is ready. Sugarcane is fully grown, fully fertilized. We got to get in here and harvest this stuff. So I'm debating if we lease the pull-behind harvester, or if we try to come up with some funds to lease the big New Holland harvester, the self-propelled. We're not buying the darn thing because the amount of time that it takes to grow our sugarcane, we'll probably have a harvest here in year 2 of winter of year 2, and it probably won't come due again until year 4 for another harvest, and then probably year 6 for its third and final harvest. So have that much money tied up into a harvester that we're only going to use probably every other year is seems a bit excessive to me. I mean, if we went full bore and put all kinds of sugarcane in and rotated the fields around so we were having a pretty consistent sugarcane harvest, every couple seasons, then I could see owning one. But with that one field, it's not worth it, in my opinion. So we're just going to lease the harvester when we need it. Probably barely ever break even on the thing, since the amount of time and the effort it takes to harvest sugarcane. Over here, see what our chickens need. I have to say, these chickens, I am deliberately trying to not forget these chickens. I have forgotten them a few times, and as an end result, lost some chickens. Trying to remember that we do have chickens and that they do need attention. Let's get us some straw. Used a little baler to bale up our straw. Little bales are, oops, I do that from time to time. I put it back in the stack. These little bales are designed for us to be able to move around. Don't need extra game strength or anything to handle these bales. One more should do us. Imagine trying to pick this up with the skid steer, how funny it would look. It's a little bale in through the spikes. Might not even be big enough to go through both spikes. Who knows? So good. We still breeding chickens. Get up to a fair number of chickens. Gonna need some straw. About 8 bales of straw. We've got, still have some round hay bales, so we're going to go ahead and use round hay bales where we can. Go ahead and take some straw. We're going to hopefully get to today also showing you guys my new conveyor technique for the manure. Sure beats running you know, 15 or 20 loads with this skid steer. The output placement of this bale stack can be quite challenging. Get the bales out of there. It's all good. It's all in the entertainment factor, if you will. You can see we used up all the round straw bales, and it went ahead and cleaned up that area, so it doesn't have the bale, the loose that has come off the bale. Got the grass planted back there where the grass died. So what we're going to do is I'm going to time lapse the animal feeding here, and we'll be back once we've gotten our animals taken care of. paid attention, you saw I had a little bit of difficulty at the one haystack. I think maybe the output trigger needs to be moved a bit. Not sure what's going on, but I think I saw a message over at FS UK related to the bale stack at the cow farm not unloading the bales. Well, actually, it unloads them. It's just you can't get to them. And I think the trigger needs to be moved out a little bit. I think it's unloading them inside the bale stack where you can't get to them. So we'll take care of that later. Thankfully, we had some round bales there. We could continue with our PMR feeding. So I've been thinking about, am I going to fill the manure spreader with manure using the conveyor belt? Or am I going to fill the grain truck with the manure spreader? No, grain truck with manure. Take it down here and put it in the compost master and convert it to compost, and then put compost in the spreader. And you may be saying, well, why go through the effort of making it into compost if you're just going to spread it on the field? And I'm thinking that the usage rate of compost is lower than the usage rate of manure. If that is correct, then I'm going to go through less compost than I would go through with the manure. So, it would be in my best interest, in theory, to convert that over to compost. One, to make it go further, and two, whatever is not used would then theoretically be able to be sold for money. So that's my thinking. I don't know if it's worth doing a test and see if that's true or not, or to just do the compost and see how far that goes. That we're going to need another load of pig food at some point. And if you remember, the bulk pig food down at the feed store is, well, it's about the same direction as where we're going anyway. With the milk. So let's go ahead and kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. The milk sell point is down here, just about the same general vicinity. We're going to let Betty drive the milk truck down here, then we'll switch off. Try to be a little more efficient with our time if we can. Milk point is right past Dollar General here. We'll drop the milk truck off here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and fill up with pig food. And then we'll empty our milk truck on the way back. And the reason we're buying pig food versus using our own crops is that take a look at how much this is going to cost us. So almost 10,000 pounds of pig food costs us $10,000. So just about $1 a pound for the pig food, or exactly $1 a liter for our pig food. And given that you know, you need wheat, you need soybeans, you need corn, and you need potatoes to mix up for pig food, paying $1 a liter for pig food is not that big of a deal in the big picture. So I'm just feeding them bulk pig food here on Emerald Coast. Not gonna break the bank, and we don't have to worry about potatoes or sugar beets. We don't have to worry about all kinds of things. Let's see here. See if I can pull in. Load. Yep. Got a long hose. Reach on in there. Just spent 10,000 and we're going to make 16 back, so we're going to be plus 6. Not too bad. We're going to need to come up with some cash to said at least that sugarcane harvester. Alright, go ahead and top off our pig food. We'll get some straw in there for our pigs. And then we need to run that conveyor belt up to the pig area. The cow area. So I've been thinking about the game plan here for winter. We're gonna go through, and I think we're going to put compost on all of our fields we've got harvested here. As I was saying the other day, we've got chopped straw down on them all. So that will get us up to 2 stages of fertilization after we plow or cultivate the fields. Then we'll put probably put winter canola in a couple. We already got our winter wheat in over on field 1. It's a pretty good sized field. So I don't think we need any more wheat, per se. But we might put a couple fields of canola in. And I think this year we're going to reserve a couple fields for sunflowers. We're going to back the wheat up and the canola up with soybeans. Then I think we're going to just leave a couple fields barren for corn. See if that works out better. Definitely don't want to be in a scenario where both of our autumn crops are due at the same point. See if we can stab both of these bales. Good. Tractor will support both of these bales. I don't know if our pigs will take both or not. Like it did. It's full up. Right. That'll save us a second trip. So let's see here. Where are we with our slurry? If you recall last year, we put slurry down as we were flipping our fields. 40,000 liters. That's not enough slurry to do much of anything with. How much manure do we have? 5,000 and 38,000. I think what we're going to do is we're going to test something out. We're going to see how much we can get fertilized with a load of manure. And then we got compost down here. Then we'll fill it the same spreader and we'll see how much we can get with compost. And that'll basically answer the age-old question. Do you get more compost or do you get more manure as far as spreading capability? Let's go ahead and come on in here the back way. I know we left our milk truck back there. That's fine. We'll be back down there very shortly to shut it off. Let's go ahead and bring the conveyor in this way. Drop it down there. But the whole time I was feeding these cows, I did a great job and not drive through any of them. Just took out 3 or 4, I think. Got a little money saved up. I think we'll buy a second conveyor belt. Keep one at the pig area and store one at the cow area. Okay. Now, let's see here. I forget how much this thing holds. See, this will pick up most of this this dirt area. Not all of it, but it'll pick up most of it. We'll have to switch and come at it from the other side at some point. 30% and 6,000 liters. About 20,000 liters. What that thing holds. See where we at when we were at 50%. 9,500, so 19,000 liters. This holds up, but you can see this a heck of a lot easier than using that skid steer. I was going to get rid of this conveyor belt a couple times, and just never did. Kind of glad I didn't get rid of it now. Almost got a full load. Let's cut that off. All right. Field 18 and 19 are about the same size. Let's see if we can get all of one field done and how much we have left. Actually, let's just look at the sizes. These two fields. 18. It's 1.72 hectares. 19 is 0.5. So it's a little bit smaller. Let's see what other fields we have. Seven. 5, 1.4. Let's do 22 and 19. Those are close to the same size. About as close as we're going to get. It's 22. really hard to see where we've already been with our manure. That's going to be the second challenge, is seeing where we've already put our manure at. Not overly apparent at this point. The way we're using this up, I mean, look, we're already at 30% down and we haven't even made full pass. You could probably anticipate using a whole load on a field this size or smaller. What we're going to do is we're going to change the mini-map here in a minute to show fertilization. That'll help us out a lot. There we go. Be able to use that to some degree. See where we have and haven't been. I think I can kind of tell. It's very difficult with it's chopped straw texture for the soybeans. Wonder what that little strip there is. It's already double fertilized. 3 stages. Pretty interesting. Whatever it is. Well, you can see basically we're not going to get a whole field out of this. Might have been able to ink a whole field out if we're able to see and be super efficient. Got just a little bit left over. Okay, let's go fill this up with compost now and see how well we do on field 19. It's close. Then we know the usage rates are basically the same, but I'm thinking it's going to be noticeably different. Thinking the compost is going to go a bit further than the manure did. We'll set up this other conveyor belt real quick. 5,000 liters here. Okay. Fill this one up. Alright, so I just edited out the whole filling up the thing because, you know, we've already been there. We've done that. Don't need to see the numbers climb. Let's go and see. 19 is the field and back. So maybe the texture on this will also be easier to see. That would be nice. If that was the case. Whoa, that is a spread. Why am I only able to go that speed? Another tractor here. See if there's a reason why this one's going just 3 miles an hour. So this one I think is not quite as powerful, but it does still have some juice to it. Let's see if this one goes a little better. I've seen random mods from time to time have interesting issues with certain things, seemingly for no reason. Other than the discharge texture, the compost texture on the field doesn't show up any different. Hey, look. This one's pulling it much, much better. Look at that. That is a very interesting texture, nonetheless. So coming up is just a dark color, just a fertilized color. You can see the usage is significantly lower on compost. And we were like 30% utilized before we were done first whole round of the field, and we are at 99% still. Basically used 1%. Maybe 2% by the time we get down here. Now that we've got, this has got to be the cheapest form of fertilization we've got available to us at this point. The liquid fertilizer is pretty darn cheap, because we can mix up 30,000 liters for just a couple bucks. But the amount this is being used, and the amount that manure that our cows are making, we could fertilize all our fields with just a couple loads of this. I mean, the amount of it that's being used is almost maybe unrealistic. Small. See that it is definitely going down slower by a lot. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider clicking that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. We do Let's Play videos here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Emerald Coast. We are nearing the end of our second full year, and we'll be playing this map hopefully for 8 more years to come. We'll be starting, I guess 7 more years to come should be the math. We'll be starting year 3 very, very soon. We do have some critical things to get done this winter, mostly the sugarcane harvest. Bring in. I think we're going to go straight to market with that. I'm not going to bother with trying to store it or anything, simply because the price doesn't seem to fluctuate that much on the market with respect to sugarcane. I think we're going to be in pretty decent shape. Just take it straight to market. Until next time, guys, happy farming.